Australia Post has named Woolworths executive Paul Graham as its new CEO. The appointment comes a day before former CEO Christine Holgate will appear at a Senate inquiry investigating her departure. Joining me now is business reporter Ed Boyd. Ed, Mr Graham will start in the new role in September. It's interesting timing, isn't it?
It is very interesting timing. I think Australia Post may have decided to try and get on the front foot today, announcing this appointment of the new chief executive, Paul Graham. It's just one day ahead of a very critical Senate inquiry where the former chief executive of Australia Post, Christine Holgate, will be appearing and giving her side of the story into her departure last year. Of course, in question time in October, Scott Morrison stood up and said if she doesn't stand aside, then she should read the room and she can go. And that was in response to the government finding out that Miss Holgate had awarded 4 of her executives with Cartier watches worth about $20,000 in total. This was a reward for Australia Post inking a deal worth about $225 million in value over 5 years. Well, since Miss Holgate has left the company, a report has found that she's done nothing wrong. So she's appearing tomorrow before this Senate inquiry to really give her side of the story. She alleges that the chairman of Australia Post, Lucio Bartolomeo, bullied and humiliated her and then stood her down unlawfully from her role. So he has rejected those claims. She's appearing tomorrow, and so is the chairman of Australia Post, Mr Bartolomeo, as well. But they've announced the new chief executive today. It is Paul Graham. He is an expert in e-commerce supply chains, has 40 years experience in the business sector, and he's been the chief supply chain officer at Woolworths. His salary is going to be about $1.45 million a year, plus he'll be able to earn the same amount in bonuses as well. So his appointment announced today doesn't start until later in the year, the start of the third quarter.
Okay, yeah, that won't happen till September. Indeed, Ed, it'll be a very awkward corridor encounter perhaps before that Senate inquiry tomorrow. There were calls for Christine Holgate to be reinstated. Indeed, in her own Senate submission, she pointed out a number of problems in how she was treated, and she does lay it out quite clinically, and it seems she was treated badly. I mean, could there be an unfair dismissal issue here? Because she's always denied stepping down, whereas she points out that she was told to step down. There's a bit of a difference there.
Look, there's a huge difference there, and she is receiving quite a bit of support. The Postal Workers Union are backing her, along with the post offices, the independent post office, basically franchisees that run Australia's post office. They're all really supporting Miss Holgate. And in fact, there's an advertising campaign now that's running in Australia, in newspapers today, supporting Miss Holgate, claiming that she was bullied and unfairly stood down from her job. So she may have a case here. We'll have to listen to her testimony tomorrow and really see how it plays out.